already missed on a Pacquiao. Like, does it make it more like more urgency to try to secure that fight? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that, given that you guys missed out on the Pacquiao fight, that there is some sense of urgency after this fight to get that Spence fight?
Well, we just see what lies next for Terence. You know what I'm saying? What type of fashion, spectacular fashion that Terence dominates Sean in, and see if Spence got the balls to say, I want to step in there with that guy. I want to see it too. I want to see him step up and say something, because Terence said he done chasing Spence, and so Spence must come out of hiding when Terence stop Porter or just beat him down or whatever the case got to be. I know Ugas is always going to be willing and ready to go, but it's Spence. Is Spence going to be willing and ready to go?
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. It's bad right now. It's bad right now if your name is Errol hiding. Errol missing Spence. He down bad. Yeah? Bomac and Team Crawford have obviously sniffed the weakness, the softness, the suppleness coming out of Team Spence, because you best believe, not only are they missing, they silent, yeah? They super duper silent right now. When was the last time anyone heard of Spence? Because the last time I remember talking about Spence was when I had to expose him for fixing the Pacquiao fight against Ugas and nicely removing himself from the squabbles, because he didn't want no squabbles with retired Pac. He didn't want no squabbles with no Pac. That's why he removed himself. And ain't been seen since. Yeah? No doubt. So anyway, like I said, like Bomac said, listen, Bomac said it best. Bomac said, listen, Spence hiding right now. He missing. Ain't even a little bit of anyone can find Spence. He all the way gone. He all the way hiding. And it makes sense, to be fair, because what can we expect? So right there, Spence ducked 50-year-old Pacquiao. He ducked 50-year-old Pacquiao. Is he really going to want anything to do with Crawford? What do you think? No, he ain't. Yeah, and that's why, what do we know? Al Heyman, PBC, have sent in Sean Porter, the PBC hitman. Because bear in mind, people, we all know why PBC are using Sean Porter. Because guess what? Errol Spence knows the work Sean Porter give him. Sean Porter give him the work. Yeah? If it weren't for that knockdown at the end where Sean got sloppy, it would have been peak for Errol Spence right now. Yeah? And Spence knows that. Spence is thinking, oh, well, maybe I got whooped. Yeah? Maybe Porter showed me my own backside. Maybe he going to do the same to Crawford. He hoping, he praying right now the same way he was praying for Ugas to beat Pacquiao. And if I was, listen Crawford, if I was you, yeah, what you need to do right now, make sure you check all them waters. Yeah, don't be taking no PBC water, that's for sure. 100%. Again, Team Crawford, do not take any PBC water, because you best believe you'll be, wait a minute, I'm cramping up. And we know Sean Porter loves someone who can't move. Now, I'm not saying that Crawford just should dance around, but you know what I'm saying? Just trust me, watch the water, because they man be fruity with the water. 100%. Them, you know what I'm saying? Them tainted ones. The ones that got Pacquiao with the cramps. 100%. Now, anyway, where was I? Bomac, airing out Spence. Yeah? Spence, where you at? And I feel, part of me feels bad for Spence, because people who know me know, I don't like to think I'm forcing someone to do something they don't want to do. Do you understand? Never. Never will I force someone to do something they don't want to do. So Spence, it's clear to everyone you are super duper scary of Crawford. And like I said, ain't no one trying to force you to go in there. But what you need to do is come out and make a statement. Truth is, people, I tainted Pacquiao's water. I gave him cramps. I pulled out with a fake eye injury to duck the fight because I was scared of getting whooped by a 50-year-old retired man. Yeah? And now I've confessed, now I've repented and confessed to you, man. Also, I can do my final confession before I fully retire. I want you, man, to know that I don't want nothing to do with Crawford. I never did. Bottom line. So you can stop all the talk about Undisputed, stop all the talk about whatever else. I'm out of this game. Yeah? My soul left the building shortly after Sean Porter whooped me. Listen, bottom line is, Errol Spence needed to confess, yep, Sean Porter took half of my soul, and the other half was gone in the Ferrari at 200 miles an hour. That's what you need to do, because we can all listen. Anyone with a brain, anyone unbiased. Don't get me wrong. All the LDBC sheeple, they're still gassed off Spence. But listen, Spence ain't gassed off himself. Where he at? He stay talking. He stay on IG. He turning into. I was about to say he's turning into Broner, but at least Broner stay fighting. What's Spence to keep doing? And Spence has found out that it's not easy to be a champion and to maintain defences. Ask Keith Thurman. Listen, Errol Spence, ask Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. Yeah? Mr. Once Upon a Time. He was well good. Then he got champion and look at him now, all washed up looking. And here's another one. Yeah? Part of the reason Spence ducked Pacquiao is because of what happened to Thurman. We know Pacquiao is the young buck slayer. He loved them young. Listen, Pacquiao loves them young bucks. It's his favourite thing. It's his favourite delicacy. Listen, Manny Pacquiao spent time in prison. His favourite delicacy is them young bucks. He loves them. The super young ones, the supple ones, the new ones. He loves. Listen, there's nothing more prison Pacquiao loves than breaking in a new buck. And you best believe, Spence knew he was up next. So, call me a liar. Did or did not Manny Pacquiao turn Keith Thurman out? That was Keith Thurman's first L. Oops. He got turned out. Yeah? Keith Thurman got turned out. He was undefeated. Yeah? Pacquiao showed him his own... Pulled that silly wig off he's got. Listen. Keith Thurman got his silly toupee pulled off. That big fluffy one. Yeah? Keith Thurman been having that hippie hair. Listen. Manny Pacquiao pulled that hippie hair off and showed it back to him. And told him, listen. Don't be coming in... Don't be wearing that fruity stuff. In fact, let me knock it off for you. He knocked that fluffy toupee off, right off his head for him. That fluffy wig was all the way gone by the time Pac was finished with him. And what, and you thought Spence wanted some of that? Spence didn't want some of Keith Thurman. That's what you didn't want. Yeah? Oh, man, we on different sides of the street, and maybe if I do my side and you do your side. Wow. Spence didn't want this fight before he got shook. Now, I'm not blaming Spence because we don't know what happened in that crash, yeah? He may be kind of dealing with some PTSD thing, where he's, you know what I'm saying, because something ain't right here. But then again, he's been ducking for a while. In fact, scrap that. I'm not going to give him credit for the PTSD because, guess what, like I said, he's been ducking for a while. It's not like it's not like Errol Spence was knocking on Crawford's door, begging for the fight. He was saying, oh, man, different sides, and I got my side, and you got your side, and wow, I thought this is boxing. I never got that. I never understood what people talk about sides for, apart from blue corner and red corner. That's the only sides I want to hear. Blue, red, which one are you in? You know what I mean? Which colour are you picking for our fight? Not, he in the blue corner, and the blue corner is a different side, and we got different belts, and I'm on my side, and you on the blue, and I'm on the red, and wow, what's wrong with these guys? Super creative looking asses. I've never seen so many people so creative not to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Blue and red. Yeah? In a ring. That's what it means. That's what corners mean. Corners mean which corner in the ring you're in. Not which corner outside the ring and talking and jiving and politicking. Errol Spence, big politicking looking ass. Yeah? So listen. I rate Bomac because for a long time, Team Crawford have been very political. Almost too political. There's an old saying, a closed mouth don't get fed, yeah? And this is what Crawford need to do. Listen, Crawford, you ain't going to get the fight anyway, do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I've always said to people. The best thing to do, if you think a fighter's ducking you, yeah? Same as AJ. For a long time, AJ and his supporters felt that Fury was ducking him. It's no good being quiet. If you believe someone's ducking you, yeah? You need to come out and communicate it. And get off all over their name, yeah? Push their name into the mud and trash all over it. Why? Because you've earned the right to do it. If they won't fight you in the ring, you have a right to fight their name and trash their name. Because guess what? If they want to do something about it, you can step up and do something about it. If not, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. That should be the mentality from now on. And if anything, I've got a new principle. In my opinion, if people duck fights, if you send a contract, yeah, and it gets rejected, you have the right to put that on your CV. For example, when AJ sent an $8 million contract to Luis Ortiz in May 2019. Guess what? AJ should have been saying, yep, I'm not 24-0, I'm 25-0, so I just knocked Luis Ortiz out. Because the bottom line is, if you ain't prepared to get in the ring, I'm sorry, but that is what you call a KO stoppage. Because why else wouldn't you get in the ring? Because obviously it's not because you think you can win, is it? Think about it. If you think you can win, you're going to take the fight. Oops. So that proves you know you're going to lose. And really, it just doesn't even prove you know you're going to lose by points. You know you're going to lose, you can get knocked out. Because who don't care? No one really minds losing on points. If you don't want to fight, it's a KO stoppage. And right now, Team Crawford, when they beat Porter, if they beat Porter, they need to go on a campaign saying, yeah, don't worry, Spence, don't worry about fighting. It's okay, we've already KO'd you, because you don't want no parts of this. Yeah? No doubt. So Bomac, this right here is a good start. I'd stay doing this. Stay talking about how Spence is missing. Stay talking about how Spence is scary. Stay talking about how Spence is hiding. Yeah? Stay talking about how Spence is waiting to see if the coast is clear. That's what you're doing right now. 100% Spence here is essentially, Spence PBC are sending in Sean Porter, and then they're kind of waiting to say, oh, is the coast clear now? Yeah? Oh, look, has Sean got him yet? Oh, is the coast clear? Proper scary looking asses. 100%. No doubt.